Welcome to County Magazine, a chance to find out what's new across Fairfax County. I'm Brian Ashby. On this edition, explore the process of making Fairfax County the place to be called placemaking. Learn about the county's efforts to update its buildings and facilities to achieve a carbon-neutral Fairfax, and kick it into high gear with the Virginia State Bus and Maintenance Rodeo. Plus, a new technology lending program makes it easy for residents to stay on the cutting edge. The backbone of Fairfax County is its vibrant town centers and urbanized districts. These are places where residents can enjoy the benefits of a walkable urban layout while maintaining a safe hometown feel. But this doesn't happen by accident. Placemaking is a deliberate and collaborative process strengthening the connection between people and places. Take a look.
Placemaking in general is a process in which you get a group of people together to make a place more engaging, more interesting than it might already be.
Placemaking is a collaborative process. It involves design. So we're talking about designs of open space and we're talking about streets. But it's also the activities that you do in a space, which is probably the most important. Does the place foster a certain community gathering?
Placemaking is really an activity. It's a verb. It's about the moments of people interaction within a space, built around an environment like this.
It is the buildings, the beautiful architecture, the great streets, and the public spaces that bring a place together. But then it's the people, the businesses, and the culture of a place that bring it alive.
A place that people feel that they are connected to, that they can spend time at, and they can stroll the streets. It's multi-generational. They can spend time with their families here. It's really bringing people together and fostering a sense of ownership in the community.
Placemaking is sort of a holistic approach of thinking about those two sides of the coin, the people and the buildings.
To get this started, we have what was called a workshop. We know that people are staying home, working from home, and when they go to the office, they're looking for something a little special. They're looking for open spaces. They're looking for things to be involved in. They're looking for retail there. It's not just the normal office building. So we have that kind of change that's coming. So you have this melting pot of people that are coming up with their ideas, putting it all together. That's called placemaking.
It's the open space that is incredibly important, because open space really is something that brings people together. You know, we have a loneliness epidemic in this country, and having the ability to create places where folks can just come and people watch or be a part of something greater is really important.
For Fairfax County to be competitive in that environment, then we have got to have within the county really highly desirable destination places of parks, open space, public realm that are memorable and distinct to people. If you imagine, having someone come in and visit the region, and if you made a list of the top 5 places you would want them to visit, I would certainly love to bring someone in here to the Borough Park or to another, mixed-use environment in the region.
The place is about the people. It's this collaborative effort with the community. So the people have to love the place. So how do you create that sort of love to the place? The best places are created by the people, and the design follows. Creating a place is not difficult if we have the right design and the right people in a collaborative process.
placemaking shouldn't be seen as stripping away the great things that are there in a place and creating a new place. I mean, you could infer that from just the term itself, placemaking. Some people prefer the term placekeeping because it's about saying, what are the assets and things that are already here and how do we build on that?
We used to do a lot more assessment of vehicles and how the vehicles can be moving safely and efficiently. Well, we also need to make sure the pedestrians can move safely and efficiently. The cyclists can do that. The people that are using transit can do that. Everybody that wants to move has to be able to move efficiently and safely. And so I think the hope comes from the fact that we have a lot more emphasis on those other modes at this point when we're analyzing developments, when we're looking at a place and saying, what's missing here?
So I really think the key in my mind as a designer and actually experiencing these places is the quality over quantity and ensuring that all of them are connected through wayfinding pathways, and then you can experience it as a distinct environment, and then the flexibility that we need is built into that already.
One thing that we try to do is think about how do we take these places that were historically really traditionally just commercial and infuse them with some housing that start to build a daytime and a nighttime activity, bring opportunities for people to walk to businesses and things without always having to get in their car. And if people are looking for that environment, we can have that in Fairfax.
It's been a partnership, which I think is the most important. And I think going into something like this with that mindset, where everybody shares a common approach and a goal, is vitally important. And to have that advocacy at the highest levels of government is really, really important. And I think it shows here in the success of Mosaic.
We want a county that has places for all and that is sympathetic to to creating places like that. It's placemaking in part that will accomplish that thing. It's the economic side, it's the environmental side, and it's the people side, the equitability and diversity that we have here. You don't have a place like that, and more places like that, we probably don't have a successful county. And I recognize that placemaking is only a part of that, but it's certainly an important part of that. So it does matter.
Central to Fairfax County's environmental vision is becoming carbon neutral by 2040, reducing the county's use of energy from fossil fuels and the greenhouse gas emissions that come with it. This ambitious goal will only be achieved by updating the county's buildings, facilities, and fleets, using its operational energy strategy as a guide. Here's more.
The operational energy strategy was adopted by the county board in 2021. It set a long-term goal for carbon neutrality in county operations by 2040. It's important because the county is committed to addressing global climate change. Buildings and facilities are a significant share of our carbon emissions. And so by using energy performance contracting, the contractor is working as a team with the county staff to make improvements to heating and cooling systems, putting in more efficient lighting, optimizing building automation and controls, and even installing renewable energy on some roofs.
Progress is underway in facilities across the county, including recreation and community centers. Some upgrades are complete, while others are in progress, and even more projects are in the pipeline. This multifaceted approach ensures that our community spaces are more energy efficient and environmentally friendly.
So a lot of people think we're bugs and bunnies and camps and caterpillars, and we are the largest landowner in the county, but it's really important that we go beyond just conserving our natural areas and really look at the sustainability of our brick and mortar structures like Spring Hill Recreation Center.
All facilities utilize energy to operate and create a comfortable environment for users. For example, we use solar energy to power the building's electrical systems. Also, we use geothermal and the temperature of the earth to exchange heat with the building and become more efficient. Then there is the building control systems to improve the efficiency of how we utilize the systems we installed. In addition to being part of our organizational mission, projects like these show the community and businesses that energy sustainability and energy savings are possible together in the same project.
The fantastic thing about environmental initiatives like this is the users don't really see any noticeable effect. The lights still work the same, the air conditioning still works the same. The only thing that residents will really be able to see is the dehumidification system in the natatorium will allow for a more comfortable experience for them. So the great part about sustainability is it allows us to put resources in other places. So here, it's going to result in a 60% reduction in our energy bills, which with a building this size can actually power 52 houses a year. That will save us about $316,000 on our energy bill and allow us to do other things for the community.
Overall, we're really encouraged by the data that we've been seeing. Consistently for the past several years, we've seen a steady decrease in the total building energy consumption portfolio-wide for all Fairfax County facilities. So the operational energy strategy defines fiscal year 2018 building energy use as our baseline or our starting point. Now in fiscal year 23, we were super excited to see that that was our lowest year on record in both energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. We saw a 15% energy reduction and about a 25% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions compared to that fiscal year 18 baseline. And beyond that, we avoided about $5 million in 2023 in utility costs through our energy savings efforts.
The operational energy strategy is a vital commitment to addressing the causes of climate change. Fairfax County is creating safer, sustainable spaces for residents to live, work, and play. Together, we're paving the way for a healthier, more resilient environment where everyone can thrive.
Did you know lifelong education and learning is an area of focus in Fairfax County? Visit our website and find out how the county is shaping the future of Fairfax to become a place where all residents at every stage of life are taking advantage of inclusive, responsive, and accessible learning opportunities that enable them to grow, prosper, and thrive.
The Virginia State Bus and Bus Maintenance Rodeo is a competition like you've never seen before. It's like the Olympics for transit agencies across the Commonwealth, where bus operators and mechanics compete to see who does it best. Buckle up for an inside look at this year's event at the West Ox Bus Garage, hosted by Fairfax County and Fairfax Connector.
Fairfax County and Fairfax Connector are hosting this year's Virginia State Transit Bus and Bus Maintenance Rodeo competition here at the West Ox Bus Garage. And this event is funded by Virginia Department of Rail and Public Transportation. Every year, transit agencies across Virginia get together and compete. It's like the Olympics for bus operators and mechanics in Virginia. This competition celebrates the best and the brightest.
There's 7 timed competitions, including a written test, the engine module that's standing behind me, door systems, HVAC, a multiplex system, a defect bus, and a brake board. So it encompasses all the different subsystems and components on the bus. It's a great networking opportunity for these technicians to not only meet the other technicians throughout the Commonwealth, but to meet the vendors who are helping us and supporting by judging these competitions. So it allows them to have resources after this. They can meet other technicians, call them, see if they've had this particular problem on a bus, and it also allows them to meet the vendors who represent the original equipment manufacturers, and they can call them if they have issues sometime in the future.
They take a lot of pride in what they do. They a lot of time out of their busy schedules, from weekends, sacrifice with their families, to make sure they're ready and prepped to do this type of rodeo, to showcase for the community that, hey, we take this job as extremely serious, we're dedicated, we're hardworking, like everyone else is out there, and we're here to help you get from A to B. So we have a serpentine course as far as how the bus maneuvers in and out through the cones. We have 2 bus stops as far as how we pick up our passengers to make sure we're getting as close as we can to the curb. We also have called a judgment stop. It's one of the most critical ones. It's where the bus comes from 20 miles an hour, comes to a complete stop with a cone right in front of them. They can't really see the cone, but they know it's there. And so therefore, you have to get as close as you can to that cone without striking the cone.
All our participants have a great sense of pride in what they do, and winning a competition like this certainly brings a great source of success, not to mention bragging rights. For more information, just visit our website, www.fairfaxcounty.gov/connector.
With technology evolving at breakneck speed, it can be difficult and expensive to keep up. Luckily, the county's Neighborhood and Community Services offers a technology lending program where, much like a library, you can borrow 3D printers, cameras, laptops, and a whole host of other essential and emerging technologies. Check it out.
Technology is constantly evolving, but affordability and digital literacy can sometimes be a challenge. To address this, the Fairfax County Department of Neighborhood and Community Services has created a technology lending program that is not only designed to address digital affordability, but is also expected to result in a measurable, correlated growth of usage and literacy among older adults, people with disabilities, and others. What we're looking at with our technology lending program is bringing everything that we have in our after-school technology labs to the community at large. Anyone can go to any of our NCS community centers to check out equipment. That includes Canon EOS DSLR cameras, 3D printers, Oculus Quest glasses, Chromebooks, and Cricut machines.
Can you tell me more about the equipment that is offered?
3D printers are all about creating things you can't buy off the shelf. FlashForge Adventurer Pro is a 3D printer that's made to be portable. People can take it, check it out, take it home, bring it back. It has a process built in where you just push a button and it levels itself and it's ready to go again. We have DSLR cameras for people to check out. A lot of people have never held a camera, never used a camera. You can do video, you can do still photos with our camera. Sky's the limit. I think if people have the opportunity to use it, that's what we're looking for. We want to give them an opportunity to learn something different. The Oculus VR glasses, a lot of people are used to a virtual environment. VR glasses takes it to another level. A lot of opportunities to explore what the VR world looks like. A lot of people don't necessarily want to own the glasses until they get an opportunity to wear some, see what the experience is like, get past that dizzy phase, and consider what else you can do with them. The Cricut machines. You can embroider things into leather. You can embroider things into plastic. You can make cups with names on it, designs on it, pictures on it. The sky's the limit with the Cricut machine. You just don't know what it is until you get your opportunity to put your hands on one and see how you can make a living using a Cricut machine. The Chromebooks, and hats off to our friends at Fairfax County Public Libraries. They had the first model with the Chromebook. So we understand that a lot of people might not have a computer at home to run some of the equipment we have. Chromebooks are going to be there to check out with our equipment in case you need it. If you need a computer to run the 3D printer, the Chromebooks will do it. We've tested it. You need a computer to run a Cricut machine, Chromebooks will do it. You need a computer just to check jobs, see what kind of opportunities there are for you to get employment, learn skills, lifelong skills about anything in Fairfax County, Chromebook can help you do that.
How do I rent the equipment?
You want to come into one of our community centers and check out a piece of technology that is part of the technology lending program. You have to be registered in our Rec Dynamics system. Every community member that participates in anything at the center currently is registered in Rec Dynamics. That means we have your contact information. We know how to get in touch with you. You have to be 18. You have to be a resident of Fairfax County. You have to pass a skill requirement, basic skills that we know that you can do something with the machine before you take it home. And you have to sign a sheet that says you understand our basic operating procedures, and that includes a return date so that you know that we know when you're supposed to bring that equipment back. There's nothing like having something in your home to play with when it comes to learning how to do something. So we're hoping that being able to check something out and take it home will be a catalyst for skill development and take people to the next level with technology here in Fairfax County. To learn more about the technology lending program, visit fairfaxcounty.gov/NCS and feel free to call any of our community centers.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of County Magazine. Thanks for joining me. Remember, There are countless ways to get involved in your community and make Fairfax County an even better place to live, work, and play. I'm Brian Ashby, and we'll see you next time on County Magazine.